This is a print and assemble example of a non-bank product client that is a drop-off or an Eric and Ric client. So obviously first you're going to print it, come off the printer. So I got the tax return and the signature docs. Now if I don't have the source documents, I'm going to actually walk back to the drop-off drawer to grab them. So I come over here to drop off, and the name is Betty Bing. So I look under my B's. There she is right there. Betty Bing, 2023. Shut this up. Gonna come over here. And the reason this is important is because we want to make sure we give the source documents back to the client. So they're all scanned in, but we want to give them back to the client because they're documents and we don't want to store them. All right, so now the rest of the process is I'm just going to go ahead and do my signature documents. So I'm highlighting. So this is, they actually have a balance due. So again, here's my result letter. I'm going to circle name, address, and phone number. Highlight here, that's where they're going to initial to verify that's the correct address and phone number. My 8879 gives me permission to e-file their tax return. So I'm going to highlight your signature, the date. If it was a joint return, I would do their spouse. And we don't want to highlight where they actually sign date because that could distort the signature when we scan it in. So you're going to highlight your signature, the date. Next, we have the transaction summary. We're going to circle because what they're doing is they're doing direct deposit of their Michigan refund and they're actually doing a direct debit of their Lansing balance due. But it's all coming out of the same bank account. We want to make sure we have the right account number and routing number. Circle here. Put an X, draw a line. They're going to initial here, verifying that's the correct account number. Then they're going to go ahead and sign the date here, giving us permission to do that. And then lastly, we have the payment voucher here now, and it's an IRS payment voucher, so they have a balance due. They want to mail a check in. So I'm going to highlight what they owe, highlight what they're going to write on the check, and then who they're going to make it payable to. So this is all to make it simpler for the client. Now I'm going to grab a payment voucher. So I'm looking for the IRS payment voucher. I'm going to then attach it to the payment voucher. There's an envelope here. Then I'm going to take a paper clip. We're doing it on the left side. Now it's secure, not going to fall off, especially now because it's a drop off. So it's going to the window. So you got a lot of hands touching this. All right, these are all my signature documents and my voucher. This goes behind here. Now I'm going to take my tax return. Stack it nice and tight, and because they owe, this year we're going to be kind of clever, so we're saying red for balance due, green for refund. So I'm going to go ahead and give them a red one. Slide it in here nice and tight, make sure it lines up. We don't want to make it sloppy. Okay, then I have 3 staplers to choose from. The third one down here, that's for high volume pages, 60 plus. So just use these 2 if it's smaller than that, just because that's a more costly machine to use. I go ahead and line it up. You got the little spots here. And then you want to make sure you push these down because they could prick the client or yourself, because you see that one kind of sticks up there. So I push it down, and then right here, see how when I pull it, they're stuck? So you don't want to give this to the client and they have to go like that, because that doesn't look nice. So you just go ahead and put your thumb there, pop it. Now it opens really nice. Nice little tax booklet. You're going to now shove your signature documents. Open this up. You're going to put them in the back. Tuck in the back. So you got what needs to be signed first and the payment vouchers second. And it's easy to identify because they're paper clipped. So slide it in here. And by putting it in the back, now we can see the client's name. So it makes it easy for the person at the window. Now, because I have their folder here, and I have the source documents in here. Now I'm going to slide this tax return in the folder. And I put the source documents in the back. And you just see how it doesn't quite fit when you fold it. What you want to do is you want to tuck it. This is actually very sharp, the paper, so you definitely want to make sure you tuck it so whoever is grabbing out of the file cabinet doesn't get cut. Make it nice and clean, nice and neat. Okay, and now we need to go file. So if we didn't have an envelope, what you do is you just grab one and you'd make one. But you want to make sure when you write this down, it's last name, first name, and then the year. So if you actually are doing multiple years, say I'm doing 3 years for a client, we're going to want to have 3 envelopes and then you're going to rubber band them together. It makes it easier for the person at the window. So let's go back. Now we're going to go ahead and put this in return pickup. So pickup tax return right here. I just open it up, look for my B's. I'm going to put it in the back. Betty Bing is all set, and that is it.